Now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready? Go to base. Better break. You better break.
Jackson on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On third down, Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A good pickup there of 22.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Going top shelf for Smith. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 43.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10.
Switch.
They'll drop to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line.
Hey!
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Watch safety screen. Safety screen.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, he'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby. Come on, Shaq. Hey, hold on. I'm here.
Jackson now. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Jackson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
Here we go. Here we go. Now the wolf. Get in the way, Will. Get in the way.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now it's Jackson. Pass across the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now it's Hunt. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Hunt. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Quinnen Williams showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Jackson. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson letting one go deep for the... And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Mike 51. 3 buzz. Mike 51.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson being chased out left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56 right there. Right side. 56. 56.
Here's Jackson. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Hey, tight.
Throwing is Jackson. Going up top for Cup. This is caught inside the 15. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson throwing again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Check your hot read. Watch the safety creep. Chance. Hang on. Check.
On third down, here's Hunt. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Tavecchio puts this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Watch the ship. Check 3.
On the run, this is Hunt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Jackson buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. Something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the backer. Peek it. Jack! Tight dog.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Going up top for Cup. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find something.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Mike's 50. Watch the road, though. Check the backer.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
50 to Mike. 65. Watch twitch.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Right back to Drake. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Second and 11. In trouble here And down he goes, back at the 8-yard line. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Kill.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. The Bills, they're just pouring it on in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They go play action here on 1st down. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
2nd and 10. Open man is born. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
He'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Curtis Samuel, 76 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Room here to run. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kareem Hunt, 84 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Taking a shot for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. That one is caught by Hunt. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And Jackson throwing once more. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Here we go. Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey.
Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Second and 4.
Here we go, here we go. 50. Watch the curve, watch the curve.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Juju Smith-Schuster with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Keeps the score. Colts 34,
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. Get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down and inches. Looking long for his tight end Reed. He's got a man. Complete. It's a gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throw caught here by Bird. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
On first and goal, Drake. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Boy, it's the same old song, isn't it? And right now, this one doesn't sound too sweet. They've been thoroughly outclassed so far. And there's another tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that's something that we've said quite a bit in this game. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
At the 21-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They'll run again with Hunt. They follow up the first down 1 yard run with a minimal gain of 2. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Colts, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable.